Bill Maher, the talk show host in America, has a message for the anti-Israel activists on campuses and throughout the streets of the Western world. Here's what he has to say.
I'm not saying there aren't sincere passions about Gaza, especially among people from the region, but social justice warriors, for a lot of them, it seems like it's more about the warrioring than about whatever the cause is. Are you really speaking truth to power, or do you just think you look cool in a keffiyeh? Which is really just the new Che Guevara t-shirt. Another historical figure you never researched and so think is a hero, but was actually a sadistic, racist monster fighting for communism, the worst form of government ever. But these are small matters. Small matters when activism merges with narcissism. Less about the cause and more about me. Look at me. Watch me. And if you like the way I'm fighting injustice, remember to like and subscribe. Maybe from now on, before anyone commits an act of civil disobedience, they should ask themselves a few questions, like, is the most important thing in my life something I hadn't heard of 6 months ago? Do I even know what the I'm talking about? Am I really here for the cause, or is the cause here to bring you me? Why do I care so much about this particular cause? North Korea starves its people. China puts them in concentration camps. Myanmar brutalizes the Rohingya. Boko Haram kidnaps whole villages of women. Nothing? Ukraine? Maybe if these Google employees had the slightest idea what kind of fundamentalist, oppressive they're supporting, Hamas, the Houthis, Hezbollah, the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, they might take it a little easier on the world's greatest monster, Genocide Joe. Genocide, by the way, is when you want to wipe out an entire people. That's the stated goal of Hamas. That's what from the river to the sea means. Hamas would do that to Israel, but can't. Israel could do that to them, but doesn't.
That's a great line from Bill Maher. That says it all. If Israel lay down her weapons, there'd be no Israel. If the Arabs lay down their weapons, there would be peace. And if you say, yeah, but they're fighting because it's for liberation, the Arab displacement occurred when they tried to launch a war against the newly established Jewish state, which had Arabs in it before any great displacement occurred. And only when they lost that war, when Israel fought back, did the displacement occur. And the Nakba, the catastrophe, was initially coined to describe the fact that the Arabs didn't get rid of the Jewish state, not that the displacement occurred. So don't fall for the lies. But I think the key point that Bill's touching on here is that so many of the students are frankly just completely ignorant. Haven't got a clue. Don't know which river and which sea. Don't know what intifada means. And in some ways this is a good thing, because it means that ignorance can lead to enlightenment if we educate and if we inform. But he also makes another point. Why is it that so much of their focus is on Israel when there are so many other far more deadly conflicts? Not just in the wider world, but even in the immediate vicinity of the Middle East. The reason is because I think humanity knows deep in their subconscious that there's something essential about the Jewish people that warrants their attention, essential to the destiny of the world. And this is where the Jewish people's role comes in. Because so many of these students are desperate for a cause, desperate to find meaning in their life. And with their ignorance, they just jump on whatever the hysteria is at the moment. But if we can instead teach them about the vision and purpose and values that we were taught at Mount Sinai and live with and are meant to teach the world about, and tell them that that's really your purpose, God's purpose for putting you here. Because they know that they're going to get it from us. That's why their attention is on us. But if we can instead give them that positive message to jump onto, to hold on to find a meaningful cause in their lives. The message being that God has a direct connection with all of you and wants you to make his world more godly, and he sets out in his Torah how to do so, how you can partner with him in making that world perfect and more godly, how you can serve him. If we can say that unabashedly, unashamedly, then people will listen. And when people think, are you crazy, Ollie? We can't say that. We say truth has power. If you believe it's the truth, why do you think it won't have an impact? Have you given up on the truth? If you've given up on the truth, you're in a very bad state. So we have to replace the ignorance with understanding of what really is the cause of life. And that way, these students who are desperate for meaning, desperate for a cause, and to be fair, are looking to do something that they think will be for the sake of justice, even though their understanding and knowledge is so deeply perverted and inverted. But if we can give them an alternative, then I believe that many will come round. Hi, thank you so much for watching. To watch another one, click here. To stay up to date with all our content, click here to subscribe. And if you're able to, you can help support JTV to grow and grow by clicking join below this video, where you can become a member and get perks including early access to videos and private live discussions with me. But most of all, you'll be partnering with us on our mission to change the world.